Hey, everybody. We're live on YouTube on Thursday with the football game on. How's it going, Kpro?
It's our new date and time, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Honey.
Yeah.
This is it. We're still doing okay. We got some bets going on. So some people were asking, why weren't you live on Mondays? Because we told you guys we were moving. Treasure Warriors is on Tuesdays, Speakeasy is on Wednesdays, and we are on Thursdays. So Thursday night, 5:30, we went on 2 or 3 minutes early because we got a game to watch. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it.
Yeah. I think San Francisco's just scored or they're just about to score. Obviously, they're going to win the game.
Obviously. Okay. So a little bit early, I know, for some people. It's only until the end of the year, or I don't know, right around there. Hello, Mike N. So we got some stuff. We got some stuff tonight. Not only, Mike, how are you before we get started?
I'm good. I'm here. I'm happy. Still trying to find something we were looking for earlier, which I can't find. But anyway, go ahead. I'll have it by the end of the show.
Okay. So quick agenda for tonight. I did break out the PowerPoint again because I did a little bit of digging back into the remembrance article. Thank you, Gallatin. A few others of you that have been saying it for a while. And I thought it was pretty interesting how much Jack referenced the $17 a square inch and some things about Eric Sloan. So we're going to talk about that tonight. Just opinions. That's it. Hello, Willy Nilly. Hello, Redneck Express. And then Brian Gates did go live last night. I recommend you go to his channel because he has said he now has come clean. It wasn't someone that gave him this information. He got the FOIA himself, and we have new pictures of the treasure chest. He's getting even more. And I'll give you all that story and that rundown after the formal presentation on $17 a square inch. And then, of course, we're going to go over Shiloh timeline, Justin updates, court stuff, and WSOF. We'll just do that kind of as a standard. And then we may have an announcement or two to make at the end of this. I'm going to let Mike make it because it's all about Mike.
Yeah, we'll do that later on. That'll be a fun one.
Yeah, that's just, and yeah, we got something to say. Hello, Shelly. So okay, does that sound fun? Mike, I just ask you to keep an open mind, and I ask you to just fully concentrate and listen. If you had a true solve, what would you do? What would you do with it? Jeff, if you have actual evidence like the treasure chest or that sorts of things, I would be sharing it. We have lots of true solvers. I think there's at least 4 on Discord because I've gone to the blocking function on Discord because we have a lot of people that think that they have the true solve. So if you think you have it, I would start maybe your own YouTube channel or start your own thread on Thor. And actually, we will get to that later because the True Finder has a very special place that we have made for them. And we'll talk about that later. Okay, so Mike, $17 a square inch. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want you to see some connections. I need you to actually listen though and comprehend, not watching the game too much. And then
49ers only got a field goal. Probably not a good sign.
Oh, we gave up 10.5 guys. But go 49ers. Okay, but I think it's rather interesting. And then I just want your general opinion, and I don't want it to be I don't care. I want you to say if it's interesting to you or not. Okay, bring up the PowerPoint, stinky butt. Do you see what I put up with people? Do you see? You see? But he got me this, so it's okay.
Exactly. That was supposed to be the end, and yet here we are.
Yeah. Okay, so this is from the remembrance article. So before Jack came out as Jack Stoof, a couple days after Forrest passed, he put out a remembrance article on Medium. I'm just catching up to people that may not be caught up. So here's what he said. When I visited Forrest's house in June, he asked me if I'd ever read his book on his friendship with Eric Sloan, $17 a square inch. I hadn't. He gave me a copy. It's a classic Forrest Fenn production, lavish, large, very personal, a little eccentric, and totally indifferent to appealing to the book-buying public wallets, but of course it looks gorgeous on my coffee table.
Mhm.
So he talks a little bit about it. I'm at the beginning here going to talk about the remembrance, and then I did have $17 a square inch. I kept very small snippets. There is a copyright. I don't want to cease and desist. So I did make sure it's well under fair use. But if you do want more larger excerpts, we have a place that that'll be discussed later. So keep going, Mike. So this is it was September 23rd, 2020 on Medium. And
This is Jack.
This is Jack, and he begins it a remembrance of Forrest Fenn. And he talks about my friend Forrest Fenn passed away at age 90 earlier this month. So he calls it a remembrance. Next slide. So in the book, this book is about true art in many ways as a portrayal of remembrances. This is how Eric Sloan felt about his art. It's a portrayal of remembrances. Okay, this is just the first one, Mike. See, we're gearing up. Remembrances. I know, I already have you. I had you at home. You're hooked. Here we go. Keep going. Don't you look at that football game. Okay. So then he said, in the craziness of the past few months, I neglected to read it, but then after Forrest passed, it's a loving tribute. And here's what the dust cover says. Eric was a gifted painter and writer, and Forrest was a grateful admirer who sold his work. Their friendship lasted only 10 years, but they were influential years. You will see. Now that's in the book. That's in the remembrance article. So let's look at now the book. Oh, wait. He does say you will see 3 times in the remembrance articles.
Okay.
According to page 92, and we're going to talk about 92 in a second, he stole this passage because the passage is also in $17 a square inch. Oh, this is where, I'm sorry, let me readjust. According to page 92, Forrest and Eric are now busy finishing this book together. He's going to steal a passage out of 92 and he's going to rewrite it like he was an actual friend of Forrest. And so there's a paragraph in $17 a square inch. We're going to see the redrafted version by Jack, which is Forrest was a gifted adventurer and writer, and the finder was a grateful admirer who sold his famous treasure. Their friendship lasted only 3 months, but they were very influential months. You will see. So see, he's doing this play on, let's go to the next slide. He's doing a play on all from $17 a square inch. Why is he focusing on $17 a square inch? Here is another excerpt from the remembrance article. As for legacy of Forrest Chase, I suppose it is in many ways in my hands, as wrong as that feels. To be honest, I'm not sure what to do. Whatever. Make plans is agnostic to freedom. You will see. I'll be back to answer questions. So why do you think he's saying you will see? And that's what $17 a square inch said too, Mike.
Well, he's copying Forrest, right?
He's copying Forrest specifically from $17 a square inch only.
Okay.
Okay, let's keep going.
You will see. Okay.
You will see. He's saying, so here's from the book. Their friendship lasted only 10 years, but they were influential years. You will see. So Jack says you will see 3 times in his remembrance article that he calls remembrance. Remembrance is referenced in $17 a square inch. What all this about Eric Sloan? Let's keep going. Let's keep going. This is just the beginning. If it was just one of these little things, okay. So Forrest ends $17 a square inch with a quadplet poem for Eric.
Oh, what happened? Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, quadplet, of course, is one of those invented words Forrest indulged in. So who knows what it really means? But I tried it writing one for my own friend. So quadplet he's talking to. So he's not only referencing you will see, he's not only referencing $17 a square inch, he is now referencing the quadplet, which is an invented word by Forrest, and he made his own quadplet. And we've already heard this before: cold, refreshing waters babble of your life, whistling pines proffer your wisdom to sup. In your place, the mountains rumble your name. Can I even try to shut them up? Of course, when Forrest was saying in that very private conversation, shut up, he's saying shut up here. I think
so Jack wrote that quadplet, or is that from $17 a square inch?
No, that's Jack. Jack made that up for his friend. Why? This is your remembrance. You're talking about shutting up. Does that seem odd to you, or maybe out of place?
That's a weird choice of words, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to check on chat? You check on chat.
Yeah, they're there. They're saying Jack plagiarized Forrest Fenn. And it's
Uh-oh.
like, well, no, I think he was upfront about it. He said, hey, I'm using this from here, but
I think there may be more something to it. So let's keep going, because this is his coming out party, if you will, guys. He's saying, I'm the finder. So here is the actual link or the picture, the quadplet for my friend. Here is Forrest quadplet. Mighty oaks from little acorns slowly grow, then finally fall and whisk to naught. But those who plant a seed of words live on in groves of human thought. Forrest Fenn. This was Forrest tribute to Eric.
it's like a haiku, but different. Okay.
Okay, Forrest Fenn. Okay, that was Forrest, and that's on the back dust jacket.
Okay.
But of course, there was 2 Omegas, right? Was that ever referenced in the chase?
Yeah, people, in $17 a square inch.
Yeah, it is. No, I'm talking in the chase.
Well, of course. Yeah.
Of course, no one knows why. And of course, what is the very, very last thing that is sitting in $17 a square inch?
Double Omegas.
Yeah. Some think it's beginning and end. Does that mean Forrest Eric? There's something related to the chase, Forrest Eric. So 2 Omegas side by side, just like the one in Thrill.
Jack's saying Forrest gave him the book after he found the treasure and met him. Is that right?
Yes, after they were besties. Yeah.
Yeah. That's still kind of interesting. Okay.
And then, of course,
yeah,
this is how Jack ends his remembrance article with the double Omegas and then an asterisk at the end. But again, he doesn't even know what it means, but he is signing this sincerely with double Omegas. I think Jack's trying to say something without being able to say something. That's my opinion right now.
And so it is.
And so it is. Double Omegas. Oh, double Omegas didn't mean anything. Come on. It means something in the chase. He's saying he doesn't know because he didn't get a chance to go back and see Forrest. Right. But he sure is referencing it in his first article out. Okay. Next slide. There it is. It's a little fuzzy, but there it is out of $17 a square inch. Mm-hmm. Okay. So now those are the things. This is my opinion. Jack is kind of pointing us to $17 a square inch. Forrest was pointing Jack to it by giving him $17 a square inch. Here's my little funny story. Forrest asked me, what book do I want of his for doing Jamie Jordan drawing? And I told him American Dolls, and he laughed and he said, why? And I said, because you went over them all with me and I got to touch their hair and skin and all that. It was a little gross, but and he went in and he got that one and $17 a square inch and told me it's important that you have this. So okay, keep going. Next slide. So these are just other random quotes. So the purpose of $17 a square inch is to publish the last written words of a man who is a mentor to him, who occupies a special place in a warm corner of his mind.
Special spot, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Special spot, warm corner.
Well, what came out first? $17 a square inch or Thrill of the Chase?
$17 a square inch came out in 2007. Thrill of the Chase came out in 2010.
Or not, 10. Okay, yeah, like 3 years later. Okay.
Right. So he's talking about a special spot, last written words. This fulfilled the promise I made to him and him to me. I'm thinking these two may be tied. Right. He does talks about chiseled in bronze and placed somewhere important. And he's talking about, I think here he's talking about the barns. So he talks about chiseled in bronze. This is under the wood. There's something chiseled in the bronze, Mike.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with wood. Okay.
You're a party pooper. Keep going.
All right.
So as for my autobiography, he was given the original manuscript for 80. He later writes 80. We won't talk about that, but he talks about this is my life. This memoir is my life. Next slide. Okay. Did you ever hear about Cary Grant and how Zoe and Kelly didn't know who Cary Grant was? And of course, he used the word thrilled because Thrill of the Chase is coming up in 3 years.
So do you think this book gave Forrest the inspiration to do Thrill of the Chase, or there's some parallels here? Is that what you're saying?
No, I think that there is something more to the Thrill of the Chase that is within $17 a square inch, and whatever is coming out that is big, huge, epic is related to Eric Sloan, and
Oh,
there
okay.
are hints in $17 a square inch.
Conspiracy theory bridge.
Oh,
Okay.
the bridge is up, baby.
So
But it's
thrilled,
not a
thrilled.
negative bridge.
I get
It's just a positive bridge.
it.
So the interesting part is this book, if you read it, it is all about Eric Sloan having a special place. And his special place is house. One special place, one special location, one special spot that it will always be in love with. And he talks about Taos.
Okay. A lot of people thought the treasure was in Taos in the beginning, early on.
So a lot of people wonder why Forrest doodled. There's an entire section of that, and he talks about that's how he sold books to people, because he sold books and paintings. But
Eric Sloan?
Eric Sloan did.
Yeah. Doodle in a
And
book. Okay.
he doodled in a book.
There's
to
the
make-
fishing. So there's a lot of parallels. I mean, I'll give you that.
Oh, just you wait. Okay, keep going. Just, do you remember when he did What's the Word with Illinois Ghost?
Yeah.
One of those words was Swivet.
Yeah, it was Clark, and Two Trips points out it was Clark Gable. His daughters didn't know, not Cary Grant, but close enough.
Oh, crap. Okay, well, take that one off the board.
Right.
Okay, Swivet.
Yeah,
Do you
I
think
remember
it's a
that one of the
coincidence?
words.
Yeah, there was like 5 words.
All right, and this is in $17 a square inch.
Yes.
What are the other ones? Okay, brownish red.
And now he talks a lot about brown. We actually have a capitalized brown later. So he starts talking about brownish red, housescapes. But let's see what he thinks about brown. Go to the next slide. Oh, wait, before that, because I tried to go in order here. Tight focus. I narrowed the discussion to a tight focus. Didn't he say tight focus? Wasn't that a term he used in The Thrill of the Chase?
Yeah, with a word that is key. So where's the word that's key in Eric Sloan's book?
Oh,
I get it.
I have opinions. I have opinions.
It's with
Okay.
it. Okay.
Keep going. Keep going. So of course, words like brave, bravery. We agreed on a price. Remember, we agreed on Wyoming. I know that one's a little bit of a stretch, but I think it's funny. So he added about a third to every painting we had. You know how Shiloh said that we were all at 70%, and now he's saying we're at 68%? That's a third, 67.77. Could Shiloh be referencing $17 a square inch? Because he also talks about 2/3. He knows 2/3. There's a third. I know it's a stretch, but that
What'd you do? Scour the entire book over the last week, 2 weeks?
Absolutely, I did. I had some free time, and actually, Gallatin, thank you. I had some really good discussions. I wasn't on the general discussions I won't even talk about that. And it really helped me kind of recenter, because I wanted to do some actual research. And there's people that just don't want to do other stuff and chit chat. We actually got into some research, which was pretty cool. And he talks about this 9-year period selling these paintings. 9 years, Mike? 9 years?
Coincidence. Possible title for a book, Return to Taos.
That's Eric's book that he wanted to talk about his special place. And do you remember the possible title for Forrest's book?
No.
Catcher in the Rye.
Oh, okay.
Like the sequel or something. So there's some parallels. And then of course there's an X marking the spot right there in the book.
Hopekong. What the? All right. Is this a real place? Lambertville. Paoli, Pennsylvania. I've never heard of any of this.
Yeah. So he had
Signs. Oh, right there. It's telling us there's signs if you can find it.
Okay. So the thing that Eric was, okay, keep going. Next slide. The thing that Eric had, which is very similar. So all of it was about Return to Taos. The Model T Ford, wasn't Bullet a Model T Ford?
I think so. Yeah.
There you go. Okay, next slide. The one thing that Eric had, which is okay, this is where he starts talking about his love affair with the Southwest, much like fell in love with Yellowstone. Very similar. That's not where he's from, though, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. So this
Eric
is
Sloan, right?
This is Eric Sloan.
Yeah. Okay.
So he had this love affair with the Southwest. Next slide. Do you remember that in one of the late scrapbooks?
Yes, I remember this.
Yeah, why? Why? It's in $17 a square inch. That's why.
Right. Okay. And Eric Sloan drew it or painted it.
No, I think that's a guest bar.
It says Eric Sloan
It's Eric
right
Sloan.
there.
It's Eric Sloan. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Do you remember the name of the song that his name is Rick, that Forrest wrote?
Yeah. Something memories, right? Or
Your
something.
memory will remember.
Yeah.
He's talking about memories. Do you see? Mike, do you see?
Yeah,
Okay,
I see
next
something.
one.
All right. Okay. I see the game's tied. Okay. Special place in my archive. Okay.
So he has Eric's book and all about his special place, and that is a special place in his archive. Forrest picks a special place. Okay, okay, keep going. I'm building the evidence. Where did Forrest want his treasure to go?
The Smithsonian, or was it the Cody Museum, or both?
Well, the Cody Museum and then a casino. But remember when he said everybody should
casino.
write their memoir, and he talks about the Smithsonian, which you cannot get your stuff into, but he talked about the Smithsonian. So same author. So the couple of these are a little bit of a stretch, but there's some parallels, right?
Okay. A
What
fish.
is it doing in there? What is that doing in there?
Oh, is that the brown trout?
I
It's
think
made out of
so.
wood.
I
Oh,
think
brown.
so.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Okay. Bip.
Now,
Bob.
the interesting part about this
Mhm.
is that, so Bip, all of Bip's pictures are in there. So I also pulled out Bip. This picture here is not in the Bip book. I find that fascinating. So why is it in $17 a square inch, but it's not in the book? And
Gary Brown. Okay.
Sherry Brown is the author, who was his secretary, and Eric did the illustration. This illustration didn't make it in there. And just for giggles, over on the left, do you see how it says renowned artist of the?
By himself. Yeah.
No, look at the word Southwest.
Southwest, right?
Yeah, what letter is
Bip.
missing?
Oh, the H is missing. Hey,
It's
that's good. I
actually
didn't catch
missing
that.
in the book. It's misspelled in the book.
What?
Yeah, I find that.
That's kind of weird.
Okay. Next
H for 9 Mile Hole. I see where you're going with that.
slide.
Brown is a neglected color.
Yeah, so he goes on and on about brown in this book, the color of autumn, brown's capitalized. He talks about plain, dark, light brown, shades of brown, brown, all about brown in this book. Coinky dink?
Sienna.
I think not.
Sienna, Van Dyck, Madder, Umber, and Ochre. Okay. And there's a Bonko, right?
Yeah, that's from TTOTC. We know
Right.
we have a chapter. Okay, so
Mexico. Okay.
do you remember the quote that Forrest had that said, "My heart in the summers are with Yellowstone and in the winters in Santa Fe or New Mexico"?
Right. Yeah.
So in this book, he talks about, and there's the Southwest and the Northeast. Eric is from the Northeast. That's where he has his museum. That's where he loved, but then he came to the Southwest and fell in love with Taos. Do you see the parallel? It's so obvious now. Why didn't I think of that?
Okay. Cabin camps. Oh, West Yellowstone. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he talked about cabin camps, but this is not the cabin camps in Yellowstone.
Right.
This is all about Eric's Sloan cabin camps. Do you see?
Mm-hmm. Adventure of riding in an elevator. What do you got with that one?
Yeah, do you remember one of the last scrapbooks that he put out was about riding in the elevator, which was just so random and weird?
Oh, no, I didn't know that. Okay.
You didn't listen to my scrap? We have to redo the scrapbook presentation.
Yeah, no, we really don't.
So I just think it's random here. Also, Adventure of Riding in an Elevator came out of nowhere.
So Buck says catcher in the rye. Rye is brown in color. Catcher equals Fisher. Fisher in the brown trout. I see what they did there.
Boom.
Okay.
Boom.
All logical, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Prelude or prelude.
I don't remember why I put that. And I don't remember why I put
I
that.
regarded Taos as a spell instead of a place.
Yeah, so a
Big
special
gathering.
place in his heart. Do you see? Okay, keep going.
All right.
I think there's only a couple more. So I sit here past midnight, alone with only the fire to know my thoughts. Do you remember when Forrest said?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The juniper. Juniper.
Yeah, the
fire.
juniper, yes.
Right.
And the famous slip up of Pinion.
Pinion. Right.
He
Pinion.
actually not slip up, and he meant that there's this second place that Eric with Pinion, the smell of Pinion is down in Taos where Forrest hid the second treasure.
And to be clear, Forrest Fenn wrote this book, $17 a square inch, but a lot of it is what Eric said or what Eric told him.
No, it's his words of Eric. It's not, no.
Right.
He didn't write
Okay.
it. He wrote 80. He gave a manuscript for 80. These are all Forrest's words.
Forrest Fenn wrote $17 a square inch about Eric Sloan, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
This is all of his
All
words.
right. So he took some of this and he put it into Thrill the Chase. I got you. But the question is why? Are they connected, right?
Right.
We'll never know. But
Yes,
maybe-
we will. Yes,
Oh,
we
yeah.
will. Okay, and then if you know Ramblin' Pam
Yeah.
and Ramblin' Pam and Nelica went up and interviewed Forrest. Nelica is a huge
Eric
Eric
Sloan.
Sloan. She was going to start her own museum. She's a huge collector.
Right.
If you want to go to her channel, I think it's called Ramblin' Pam.
Mhm.
He actually talks about Forrest. She got an interview with Forrest, and he actually and she kind of summarizes it, and then you get to see some of Forrest. You actually see her say, Forrest told me he was more special than even people that had been in his life since high school. Eric Sloan was very important to him. Okay, you can take this down.
All right. Good job, Kpro. Trying to build
Nothing-
that conspiracy theory bridge one more time.
Nothing horribly exciting, but it was enough that I think there's more of a tie here. And now here's the big question I have for you, Mike.
Uh-huh.
If you just found Forrest Fenn's treasure up in Yellowstone, and you figured out it's about his father, where he fished with him, all about fishing, and if you believe in 9 Mile Hole, all of it is just focused on that.
Mhm.
If you were to do a remembrance article on Forrest, would you make it all about $17 a square inch?
Do you think it's coincidence? Or it's weird that Jack did that?
Do you think it's strange?
Yeah.
Unless
Oh, well,
there's
Jack
something
says
more
he
to it.
gave me this book. So that would be one reason. But
He gave me
the
the book.
question
I
is,
highly
why
recommend
did
it.
Forrest give him that book and not one of the other 18 books he wrote? Right.
Oh, there you go. There you have
There
it.
it is. Okay.
So I don't know. It's just some ideas. That's all we got. Ideas.
See some boxes back there from Home Depot.
Shut up, Mike.
Oh,
I'm leaving you, Mike. I'm packing my crap up
Okay.
and leaving.
okay. So you take your conspiracy theory bridges with you. So now we have a picture from Brian Gates, right?
Yeah, we have a couple pictures. So Brian, you guys all need to go subscribe to his channel because he finally came clean. We forgive you, Brian. Brian first said he got it for someone else because I guess he didn't want people to know he got the FOIA. Brian got the FOIA for the raid from 2009.
So he got it himself. Oh, good for
He
him.
got it himself. He did admit that last night.
All
He
right.
did say, though, he has more pictures, but since he now believes that there might be a second treasure hunt or a second
Uh-oh.
whatever, he's not going to share them all, but at least he is sharing some of them with us, which is nice. He's supposed to get color ones next week, so I'll keep an eye on that channel. And here's all the crap. Look at all this stuff.
Yeah, this wasn't in the vault when we were in there, but these pictures are from what, 2010, 2009?
2009. It was
Great, yeah.
June of
He
2009.
probably sold all these paintings. Well, look at that cat right there and look over my shoulder right there. Hey, there's a conspiracy theory right there. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
And let's look at the second one.
And there it is, the bandana. That looks
Before
pretty
they
big.
took the bandana off.
And there's Brian. Go check
And
out
there's-
his YouTube channel, Brian Gates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and right next to it is the gun and a holster. That's one of the scrapbooks, late scrapbooks.
This here?
Packer Jack did go, no, to the where his head is.
Oh, okay.
I didn't, you guys need to go and grab, like, I just gave you a couple. I'm teasing you. You got to go over on Brian Gates' channel. So Packer Jack did find you thought it was like Monte Cristo. I don't know. You said it was somebody from coffee. No, he Scooby-Dooed it.
What?
He found it. The coffee tin in the back, he found it.
Oh,
And he shared it. So it was it's like an antique coffee tin.
what was Amelia Earhart's favorite color? Brown. Eric Sloan's first cloud painting was sold to Amelia Earhart. Interesting.
And I researched Amelia Earhart because she was one of the most famous women in Kansas. And I was from Kansas and I was working in Kansas for a while. And Forrest and I talked about Amelia a lot. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. So Brian FOIA, he'll be providing color pictures. He has more. He won't be sharing those until later. So anyone that gave me a hard time for not sharing everything day one, go give him a hard time. Okay, are you up to date on all this?
What's that?
On the chat, because I see Cowlazars, the
Yeah,
double
well.
omega, you already read that?
I said it, what we needed to say, I think, yeah. So
Okay.
the conspiracy theory bridges, they just don't excite me anymore, people. I'm sorry. It's been over 3 years. I don't think anything else is coming. I think we'll get a Netflix doc that will go over what we already know, but I don't think
Well,
anything new is coming.
It
That's
is
just,
interesting because it's Galaxy and Brian Gates. They
Hmm.
actually gave their opinions on what's coming up, and they're like, we're not getting anything from Shiloh, and they don't believe Shiloh even knows anyway. And I started talking to some different people because I got in a little bit different of a network this week, and I'm surprised how many people are saying that. So I guess I've been in kind of a smaller bubble of people that are, all in for Shiloh, and now I'm hearing definitely different things. But let's jump to that. Well, first, can you bring up Douglas's new book?
yeah.
It's just super interesting to me.
Is it now?
Yes.
Douglas Preston, The Lost Tomb. But this is a different kind of book. This isn't like Pendergast or whatever, right?
So this is a Pendergast book, and in the Pendergast book,
It is.
yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So in the Pendergast, it's Pendergast, and he goes, and what Douglas has done is integrated 13 real stories. And he went to the Egyptian tombs. He went to Oak Island for 2 weeks and went with those guys. And if you go up on his Facebook, he actually has some pictures when he's in the tomb in Egypt and all of that.
Yeah, but this isn't a Pendergast novel. I think this is his real, what he's
Okay,
actually
so
gone
move
to.
your cursor.
Right.
Move your cursor down, 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 down. Let me read. Okay.
Yeah. Here.
So FBI agent Pendergast.
Right. But it says when he hasn't been co-authoring best-selling authors featuring FBI agent competitors. So this is more this is his actual burial places he's been to and stuff. At least that's the way I understand it. But yeah, check it out.
And one
Douglas
of them is
Preston,
going to
The
be,
Lost City of the Monkey God is his other book. Go ahead.
and one of them is going to be a story from, he said treasure hunts. And there is a story about New Mexico. Something happened in New Mexico. We don't know what that is, but
obviously the Lost Tomb is Forrest Fenn's second treasure, right? Because Douglas Preston has all the answers. Isn't that right, everybody? Isn't that what everybody
and
thinks?
guess when that comes out?
When? Oh, December 5th.
December 5th, inside the timeline. Let's move on to that.
Oh, this is the breaking news. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So let's talk about timeline. Shiloh, we're into Shiloh's timeline. I don't think anything significant came out because I didn't see that Treasure Warriors even went live on Tuesday. So I don't think anything has come out. I did start thinking though, because several people have checked in and said, can you at least give us an update on your timeline? Because we haven't heard from Shiloh since March 15th about this. And we have had that timeline update. We had a bunch of audios that he cut, etc. Some people are saying he can't talk because of the court situation. The court situation was in existence when he was releasing audios of Forrest. So to me, logically, that can't make sense because the appeal has been in place since that time. Something else changed why he is no longer able to speak on the chase. He's able to, I think he shared a picture of his dog again and his drink at a bar or something. I don't know. I just know he's not talking chase. And from my understanding, that is because he did sign with Netflix and they are enforcing the NDA. And we know, because we know how much backlash others have gotten about signing with Netflix, taking the cash, and now they're silenced. And that's why we're delayed. I believe we are in that exact same situation. So I believe we're not going to be seeing anything in the timeline that was provided months and months and months ago. Because think about this, Mike, if you weren't really into it, he already said it's kind of a low priority on my list, kind of the chase stuff and the videos and all that. If you said to someone, yeah, I can update you in 6 to 9 months. Did you think that there would be a timeline and down to minutes and seconds that you would be held to when you give that kind of range?
No. It means I'll get to it when I get to it.
Right. Yeah. So it's not a high priority. He did Netflix. It's going to be out in Netflix. I don't think we're getting Netflix until kind of spring next year. I do disagree with Brian Gates and Galaxy. I do think he knows stuff. I think he's going to be sharing something, but I do think we have to wait. So unfortunately, we have to wait.
What if it's Eric Sloan related?
It could. I think it's going to be.
David Paisano says, I'm adding a countdown clock to my channel soon.
There you go. there you go.
We should do our own
Um,
countdown clock. Kpro.
Yeah. Okay. So that is okay. And then Justin's update. He is now on Twitter. Some people are like, that's creepy that you're on his Twitter, which you're dumb.
It's public.
He told us to, like,
Right.
hello, Captain Dumb. Sorry,
Captain
Dan.
Dumb.
I didn't mean that, Dan. So anyway, so Justin is now posting on his Twitter. He was posting about some conservation efforts that he has in Montana about fishing, some things, I don't know, some other things. When it comes to In the Wood, I have heard the Netflix crew was there within a day or two, so I think we're going to be waiting for Netflix. But right now we have no news. So no news from Shiloh, no news from Justin.
No news is good news, they say sometimes.
Yes.
Salty Soul says, did you hear about the phone quiz that Forrest sent to Stephanie? Yeah, the puzzle, the math problem. Yeah, we've talked about it before.
Yeah, we've done
Came
you did a
out
whole video on that.
WY, possibly on a phone 9. Anyway,
Right.
came out to 9. There you go.
Came out to 9 Mile Hall.
Pretty much. I mean, that is a hint. I'm sorry to say it, but he said, I'll give you a hint, and he sure did. So, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So next, let's talk WSOF very quickly. April 27th is our target date. That's all we know at this time.
Everybody's invited.
Everybody's invited.
Las Vegas get together. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's do a court update. The Wooder case, there's no update on. It's still in the system as it is. And then the court update for probate, there has been no update except for this. I have a lawyer friend. He said right now, today, it's 52 days since the appeal has been filed. The average number of days for judgments or determinations of cases is 33 days. There has only been 10 that's over 60 days. We are right now at 52 days. So I don't know why it's taking so long. He did say that there are some procedural objections that could possibly have some warrant to the more content-based of Forrest being alive, etc. I mean, that would be thrown out immediately. But so right now the court update is we are now there's a timeline we can actually focus on that means something, because we actually can follow it, and they actually put it as priority. So right now it's at 52 days. There we go.
So JK Pioneer just said, I'll put in for vacation that weekend. We missed you last year, JK Pioneer. So yeah, get out.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of people, like Shiloh's timeline, some people are saying if he is going to sell a book or have a book signing or an event, please tell us in advance, because there's a lot of people that have to put in for vacation, or they have to work some overtime to get enough money to travel. I just think, again, we know our audience a little bit better. He just hasn't been a part of the community. So hopefully he hears this, and maybe he would consider understanding his customers and community. Because he did say, let me quote, I'm going to do right by the community. There you know, there you go. So, okay, so that
what second poem? Yeah, go ahead. Somebody said, look at the letters in the second poem. What second poem? Which poem are we talking about? Go ahead.
Yeah, the only poem I know about is what has been talked about with Dale, but
right. But what we haven't seen an actual poem, have we? I haven't anyway.
I have not. Okay, now we kind of have breaking news. Do you want to talk about breaking news?
Breaking news.
So over the last couple of weeks, Mike and I, do you want to announce about the?
Yeah, so the thrill of the chase stuff really doesn't get me excited anymore. We've kind of beat it to death. Yes, there's still theories. Yes, people are still wondering about the real answers. I just don't think we're ever going to get them. So if we ever do, well, then I'll get excited again. But what does get me excited are other treasure hunts. And what gets me really excited is me and Kpro doing our own treasure hunt. So I always said somebody should pay it forward. They should pay the thrill of the chase forward. So me and Kpro decided to do that, and it's in the small way that we're able to. But there will be a treasure hunt coming from me and Kpro, another grand adventure. It's not going to be YouTube based like they've been in the past. This will be an actual, won't be a popcorn treasure hunt. Put it that way. Randy, I'm thinking
I wouldn't say that. Okay.
I'm saying it.
Okay, I disagree. So you're wrong. So
Yeah.
that's incorrect.
So you
Scott.
think it'll be over in 5 days?
No. You said it's not going to be on YouTube. That's absolutely where we're going to discuss it.
No. The old Grand Adventures, all the puzzle was videos on YouTube. That's what
Oh,
it meant by
okay.
that.
No, it won't be like a video you watch.
Right. It's not a
But
video.
like we'll be discussing it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Oh, we'll be talking about it on YouTube. There could be hints on YouTube, but it won't be videos on
Okay.
YouTube.
No more hints about anything, because that's what a good treasure hunt does, is they don't just randomly drop like about the hunt. You put it all in one place. You put it all in one place, Mike.
So we'll have details about the new treasure hunt down the road when we are ready to release that stuff. Yeah.
Okay. And now add to that, I've done a lot of research over the last about week and a half. Our forum provider contacted us, and we have an $800 bill extra because of bandwidth issues. Well, one of the tubers said, "Oh, they're lying. That's not, because look at the number of users." So I went to the tech and I said, "Well, wait a minute. If this guy's right," and he's pretty smart, he gets carried away sometimes, but he's pretty smart. If bandwidth is due to users, we already pay over $1,000 for the Thor to go. I don't want to pay another $800, so this bandwidth shouldn't be an issue. And he said, no, it's based on file sizes. And he went into this whole thing about what actually gets into bandwidth. So I'm sorry that person was wrong, or at least how
So it's not based on users, everybody. It's based on what files you upload and memes and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So
videos.
that got me thinking, we have paid Thor through the September of next year, but we really need a place where we can discuss, Mike wants to discuss the treasure hunt there, but NFL, we're doing a lot. And then Mike's doing a weight loss challenge. So, and some people have reached out to me and they really love the Discord format, but they wanted a spot that they felt would be comfortable enough for them to go to. So so Jenny has a Discord, Candy has a Discord, Ben has a Discord. Mike.
We made our own Discord channel, everybody. It's called Cowlazars Grand Adventures.
And it's Mike's channel. And it's super exciting to me because will be the kind of one place where you can get when we launch the treasure hunt. And we already have some people that wanted to come in. Some other people really want to kind of have their voice in here. And we're going to allow that without them being attacked. It'll be fun. And there's 3 rules. Keep it civil. And remember this question in the beginning, somebody asked, what if I'm like the true finder? Where do I go? We have made a subreddit for you, or a see where it says Forrest Ben, I am the finder, over on the text channels. You can go, and one of the things on the Ben's Discord is there's 4 or 5 true finders, and we a lot of people, including myself, or I'll just say myself, when they get in there talking Polo Kid and all of them about, well, I have the answers, let me tell you, you can't really get discussion going. So to make sure that doesn't happen, we have a place for you, and you can talk all day long in there.
I am the finder. Go put your solve. Go put everything you think you're right about. Yeah. Right.
But you're not going to stifle the discussions that's happening in the Forrest Fenn general discussion. That's going to be like, I want to discuss $17 a square inch. There is some additional stuff I got on the stick. I want to discuss the stick. So Forrest Fenn general is where we will be discussing that. And then the one other area, you see Forrest Fenn official documents. Some people have asked me for copies of emails, some of the FOIAs I did. I went through, click on that, Mike.
Whoops.
Click
Which
on
one?
that,
Which one?
Forrest Fenn official documents.
Okay.
There's about 10 shows in the last 3 years that I would say were more groundbreaking than others, or breaking news. So I've done it by search term, but if you want to see the Douglas Preston interview or the Forrest Fenn emails or whatever that is, you can now go and search on these top 10 anytime you want. It's kind of a place for you.
So Cynthia says, did you get a reply from Carl about the PDFs? That's my first post. No, I didn't. So I'm not sure what she means, but Cynthia's already in the Discord posting things, guys. And again, there's an area for Forrest Fenn, but there's also an area for NFL picks. There's also an area for this weight loss challenge that I want to do, which I'm going to open it up for anybody else to join that wants to. We'll make a video about that later on this week. There's the other treasure hunts, Xavier Marks and Beacon Star and Hope Chest. And if anybody wants a channel added, let us know. We can always create a new one. And go ahead.
I was gonna say, here's the cool part too. I know you guys Zoom like every night. You can actually speak easy, and that could be a place to archive the text part in case the Zoom is something you want to evolve. I don't know yet. And Cynthia, I know what you're talking about. Mike does not. I will update in
Yeah,
Discord.
you have to let me know, because I want to use it for our new treasure hunt. This will be a spot for discussion and probably just discussion. But again, all the details of the new treasure hunt, somebody already said what state is it going to be in. All the details on the new treasure hunt will be coming up. You'll get all the details of how that works, and you can decide if you want to participate. But yeah, I wanted a Discord spot for that, so we decided to make our own. This is the
Okay,
invite. It's an
so-
open Discord. Everybody's invited. Act right, or you'll probably get kicked out. But this is the right. Discord's open for everybody. There's the invite. The people that I have on Discord, I'll probably send you an invite, or I may send an email out to my Zoom list just saying, hey, here's an area.
And
Yeah,
Gadelkin says, I like Ben Naples' channel. It is the best. The cool part is there's lots of YouTubes. There is lots of Discords. There's lots of Facebooks. Oh, and that reminds me, my heart and prayer goes out to Janet Langard.
Yeah.
She is not well. She has cancer. It is the worst kind. And I am so sorry. And I hope things go well with your situation. And I'm very sorry.
And if you don't know, Janet Landgard is who started Treasures Galore on Facebook.
Right,
Treasures
right.
Galore, the group on
Yeah.
Facebook. Yeah.
So there's room for everyone, and I think it's great, and everyone has that little bit of a tangent or a niche. It's perfect. So Cynthia has been out or told by Voltar, go look at the link of the FOIA because you are in it that he had gotten. So if you want to provide the link to one of the mods, they can. Voltar has been talking about it. And if there's a link, you can provide it, Voltar. Cynthia, Voltar has been talking about that for a little bit. I'll update you on Discord. It'd be interesting if a link is actually going to be provided, or just discussion that there is a link maybe in the future that will come one day. My opinion. Okay, so we do have some mods. And so if there's any questions or concerns or anything of how it's all set up, Sammy USA China, we know him, we love him. He's a mod in here. Hooli, also a mod in here. They're going to help us mod. Myself, I'm going to be a mod. And then Mike is running the ship. Much like Facebook, Mike is going to run that ship, if you will, which I think is great.
So we just got an alert. Unusual activity, 12 new members in the last 2 minutes. So that's okay. All right. Mark is resolved. So yeah, it's open. You guys join. I know there's other Discord channels. The world's big enough for all these Discord channels, just like the world's big enough for YouTube and forums and Facebook groups and everything else. Okay.
And Epic and Fun. People are going to provide Epic and Fun. This will be probably the first kind of bigger hunt that we're going to do. We did a bunch of the smaller popcorn hunts. This will be the first bigger one. We're not going to say much more about it. But I think it'll be fun. So, okay, what else? So we went over $17 a square inch. Yeah, Cynthia, I wouldn't even try to understand it. No one understands it. So even if you follow the search community, provide a link or provide your stuff, or just go to the link.
Or go to Discord and post all about it.
Right, but they don't. They just want to troll.
I know. Anyway, I mean, everybody has their own opinion. That's the thing. People in chat, Brutal Truth is saying I can't release anything till Carl tells me it's okay. Everybody has their own opinion, just like you do on $17 a square inch.
Right.
Discord and here and everywhere else is just a place to give the opinions. But what's not opinion, what's fact is we're going to pay it forward and have a treasure hunt, everybody. So that'll be exciting. It's still a couple months away, so don't think we're doing anything tomorrow, but you'll get all the details.
If you are on Thor, I've been saying this for a while, but I really mean it. We're so upside down by thousands of dollars. And I know some people think, well, you should just be paying it out of who cares about your kids or your mortgage or your life? You should be paying for the chase out of your money. No. So Thor is becoming very much more expensive than it is bringing in revenue. So, and it's just kind of an older way of doing it. I think first it was Dale's Forum, then it went to forums like Chase Chat and Thor, and now it's more Discord, in my opinion. And that's why it's so exciting, because we're going to have all of them. Facebook's fun too. Yeah. So
Cynthia's going to be back in Santa Fe early October. So here's a question for whoever might have the answer. It's September 21. Is there no Fenbury this year? There's no get together or anything. I thought it was supposed to happen in September. Did that just not happen? Does anybody know? Yeah. I mean, we
I
haven't
think we
heard,
were
so.
specifically excluded last time, so I haven't been watching, so I don't
Well,
know.
are there any get-togethers? Is there going to be one in Yellowstone? You know, whether it's a closed one or not.
That would actually take time, money, and work, and I think there's not a lot of people doing that. There's a lot of people complaining about the people doing that.
Right. Okay. Well, World Series of Fenn, everybody's invited. April 27th weekend of next year. You got 6 months in order to plan for that one. So that one will be I think next year is going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be some things going on that we'll get to when the time is right. So there it is, everybody. What's the score? Is it still tied? I can't tell.
Okay, so I'm going to drop in Discord. There's a couple things that I want to ask. Cynthia's been good. I'm going to be watching the football game as she is, because I asked her don't post some stuff too early, Cynthia. And there are a couple of people that first want to see how this goes, but they have asked, can they have an AMA set up for them? Yes, let's first get some discussion going and see how that goes, and then we can get to formal releases of information that are coming that I would be really excited for the community to have. And I do think once I hear back from the estate, there will be even more. Let me say it that way.
Raya Rama says this is Fenbury right here on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Every week. Super
right.
cool. I'm excited. I'm excited to chat and discuss everywhere. And I have a question for the community, which I will ask tonight. Okay. Oh gosh, she's been ready.
I know it's going to happen. You and some other people are going to be Discord all night, every night, and that's fine. I mean, that's
okay. But here's the thing. So Gallatin works nights. You know, I work nights.
Yeah. A lot of people are night owls. Yeah.
So we called ourselves the night crew. We come in and we kind of chit chat. And then the next morning, the people in the morning see it, and then they ask questions that go off of that. And it goes on and on from there. So it's rather interesting to me that the kind of different people, and some people, they want to talk. Cynthia's in Discord. Yes, she is definitely in Discord. Cynthia, yes, go put it in Discord. JK works nights. So there's people that kind of are the night crew, which is kind of cool. And then you have the day crew, the people up early morning. I don't have time to jump on Discord when I have to deal with kids and life and stuff. I'm usually just at night. Some people want to discuss their food or their hobbies. Some people are hardcore into Forrest Fenn. I still have some unfinished questions about the ending. Everything else, I know the treasure chest was found and we bought part of it. And Voltar is saying, by the way, everyone, you're welcome. Did he or she provide anything? Okay.
I don't even know what they're talking about. I'm not even...
I did a public record. Okay. Thank you for nothing, good sir. Yeah, I don't know. So does anybody want to see the rest of the raid information? Yes. I mean, how do we, okay, I guess we need to bow down or say yes in unison. Do we need a vote? What do we need to do you want people to grovel? I'm not sure. If you're saying you're posting it, you don't post it, you're welcome. You don't post it. Now, silly thought. How soon can I ask the question in Discord? Now. Okay, but I'm going now because I want to go see what she's doing. So post the link again, please, and we'll take it from there.
Oh crap! The Discord
I'm going
link.
on to Discord to see what she's. Make sure to post it in Forrest Fenn General if it's a Forrest Fenn question.
Wait, which link?
The link, invitation link to Discord.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is put it in the description of every video we do going forward, so it'll be there. The link to the Grand Adventure on Facebook, the link to Thor, and the link to this Discord will be there. So you guys just go to the description of the video. That's where the link will be. And the people that I know on Discord and my email list, I'll be sending out the invites just to get the word out. Join if you want to, and if you don't, that's fine. But just so people know that it's there. So yeah.
And post it one more time. I guess you already did. Okay,
yeah, hang on.
Yep, and I'm gonna go find out what she's up to. Forrest Fenn General, though, post in Forrest Fenn General. I'm gonna go see what she's up to. Maybe you guys will be there. Check out the other FOIA I just shared first. You didn't share anything, Voltar. We're seeing nothing. If we can help you, I think what you're doing is you may be posting it, and since you're not a mod, your links will not show up. So like I said before, you need to get it to a mod. You can Cowlazars@gmail.com, whatever, or post it in Discord. Don't care. So I'm going to go see what Cynthia's up to. So I'm going to go watch some football. Are we ready for some football?
All right. Here's the link one more time, everybody. Excited about this treasure hunt we're going to be doing. And yeah, there it is. Okay, everybody. Thanks. We'll see it. I mean, we'll be going live over the weekend to talk about this challenge we're going to do in October. It'll also be in the Discord. So we'll see you. Everybody have a good one.
Okay. Bye.